So you can see water, okay, then you can see ice and you can see steam. Basically the three states of water, okay, the liquid state, that is water, the solid state, that is ice, and the gaseous state, that is steam. Now one thing you must understand, we are talking about three different states. They are depending on the physicality, that is not depending on the chemical properties, right? Like be it liquid, be it solid, be it gaseous, the properties, the chemical properties of water will remain like water, right? So let me try to emphasize on it. Ice, water and steam look different but have the same chemical properties. They will always have the same chemical properties, and that's because, so interconversion of states is a physical change. This is a very important point you need to understand. It's a physical change. It has nothing to do with the chemical properties of the different states we talked about. Okay. So a question for you, interconversion of states is a chemical change. So is it true or is it false? The correct answer is false, because as we discussed, it's not a chemical change, it's a physical change. You need to remember this. It's essentially a physical change. In all forms of water, solid, liquid and gas, the properties will be same. Okay. Now, oil burns in air whereas water extinguishes fire. So very varied characteristics. Okay. So oil and water, they have different characteristics. Why is this? Because till now we were talking about the different states of water, physical, solid, and then we had ice, first of all in solid state, then we had liquid state water, and then gaseous state steam, but they are all of water. But in this case you have oil, and that is a different liquid. Water and oil are different liquids, which is why they have different chemical properties. Water and oil have different chemical composition. So this is the thing, okay, the chemical composition is different, which means the properties will be different. The way in which these functions will be different. Okay, so that is something you need to understand. The functioning and the properties will be different because of the different chemical composition. Okay. Now burning. Okay, we talked about burning, like water extinguishes fire. So burning is a chemical change where one substance reacts with another to bring a change in the chemical composition, and a chemical change or a chemical reaction gives us new substances. So what does exactly happen? We talked about burning. Like burning, you obviously know that fire catches anything can burn when fire catches it. And what exactly happens? One substance reacts with another and it brings a change in the chemical composition. We see that the things are left in ruins. Okay, like a paper, when you burn it, we just get the ash. Okay, mostly we get the ash for things when they get burned. But what is that ash? That is basically a new substance and a new chemical composition. Okay, and a chemical change or a chemical reaction gives us a new substance. So when a chemical change occurs, it can not be burning always. It can be due to different other things. We are trying to do a chemical reaction. So there can be many things, but basically what happens is a new substance is formed with a new chemical composition. That is the process of a chemical reaction. And in case of burning, with fire, this process is triggered. This chemical reaction is triggered. Okay. So what did we learn in this video? We learned that water or any substance in its different forms, like physical forms, solid, liquid and gas, they will be similar chemical composition. Okay, the chemical composition of these elements will be always similar. The difference will be in the physical state. Okay, so always the physical state will be different and the chemical composition will be different only when the elements are different. Like we talked about oil and water. Okay, oil is burning in fire and water is extinguishing fire. So that is happening because two of the elements, they may be of a similar physical state, but their chemical compositions are different. Okay, and finally we talked about burning, that how this change actually gets us a new substance with a new chemical composition, and that can happen for any other chemical reaction too apart from burning. Okay, so these are the takeaways from this video.